Welcome to another episode of Terry's Notes, and today I'm going to be looking at direct and indirect variation. Okay, so let's look at direct variation. Now, sometimes when we are doing experiments or we want to test something, we often want to find a relationship between two variables. So sometimes in the case of direct variation, we say that y is directly proportional to x, or we can say that y varies directly as x. Right? Now what this means is that y is proportional to x. It means that if x increases, y will increase. It means if x decreases, y will decrease. Now this sign here, right, this is called a proportional sign. Right? And once we know the relationship between two variables, if it's direct variation, and we know that y is proportional to x, we can write that as y is equal to k x, where k is a constant. Right? And usually we have to find this constant in order to calculate certain things. So this is a typical examination question. You may be given something like this. We have x and we have y, and we have some information given. So we have 4, 16, then we have 6a, and we have b, 32, right? And the information given is that y varies directly as x, right? So once we know that y varies directly as x, we know that y is proportional to x. Therefore, y is equal to k times x, right? Once we remove the proportional sign, we need to put equal, and we must include a constant. So we'll use pieces of the information given. So we'll use the first thing. We know what x is and we know what y is. So y is 16. We don't know what k is, and x is 4. So we solve for x. So this will be 4k is equal to 16. Therefore k is equal to 16 over 4. So k is equal to 4. So because k is equal to 4, the actual equation that relates the two variables will be y is equal to 4x. Right? That is the first part of the question, to find a relationship. Then, in the second part now, to find a, they gave us x is equal to 16, and we need to find a. So we know that x is equal to 16 when y is equal to a. But we already know that y is equal to 4x, right? So therefore a is equal to 4 times, 4 times, wait, I made a mistake here. This is not 16, sorry, this is 6. Sorry about that. So this is 4 times 6. Therefore, a is equal to 24. Right? So that is the answer for a. Now, to find the answer for b here now, we know that x is equal to b and y is equal to 32. So therefore, 32 is equal to 4 times b. Therefore 4b is equal to 32. Therefore b is equal to 32 over 4. Therefore b is equal to 8. Alright, so in a typical examination question, chances are they will give us a table or give us some piece of information. They will make a statement like y varies directly as x. First thing we need to do is to find the constant and therefore come up with the relationship between x and y. And from that we can calculate any unknown values they want us to find. In this case we had to find a and we had to find b. Okay, let's give you another example. So let's say we have another table here. We have x and we have y, and x is x is 6, 3, 14, a, and b 8. Right, and I tell you that y varies directly as x, and I want you to find a and b. So if y varies directly as x, we can write that as y is proportional to x. So therefore y is equal to k x. Right? So we use the first piece of information when we know x and y. So x is 6 and y is 3. So therefore 3 is equal to k, which we want to find, and x, which is 6. So therefore k is equal to 3 over 6. So therefore k is equal to a half. So therefore the equation is really y is equal to half x. Okay, so now let's find e. So we know that when x is equal to 14, y is equal to a, and the equation is y is equal to half x. So therefore a is equal to a half multiplied by x, which is 14. So a half by 14 will give me 7. So therefore a is equal to 7. Then we also, to find b now, we know that x is equal to b and y is equal to 8. The equation is y equal to half x. So therefore 8 is equal to a half multiplied by b. Right? So this can be written as 8 is equal to b over 2, and 8 is the same as 8 over 1. So we just cross multiply. So we end up with b multiplied by 1 will give me b, and 8 multiplied by 2 will give me 16. So b is equal to 16. Right? Let's do another example. Let's say we have x and y again, and we have 2, 8, 4, a, and b 18. Right? And I tell you that y varies directly as x squared. Right? It's still direct variation, but in this case, because it tells us that y varies directly as x squared, it means that y is proportional to x squared. So y is equal to k x squared. Now we need to find for k. So we use the first piece of information. So we know that when x is equal to 2, y is equal to 8. So therefore 8 is equal to k multiplied by 2 squared. So 8 is equal to 2 squared will give me 4. So this is 4k, right? So therefore 4k is equal to 8. Therefore k is equal to 8 over 4. Therefore k is equal to 2. And therefore the equation is really y is equal to 2x squared. Alright, so to find for a and b now, when x is equal to 4, y is equal to a. So the equation we know is y equal to x squared. So a is equal to 2 multiplied by 4 squared. Therefore a is equal to 2 by 16. Therefore a is equal to 32. Alright, so we found a. Let's find b now. When x is equal to b, y is equal to 18. So we know the equation is y is equal to 2x squared. So therefore 18 is equal to 2 by b squared. So we can write this as 2b squared is equal to 18. So b squared is equal to 18 divided by 2. So b squared is equal to 9. Therefore b is equal to the square root of 9. Therefore b is equal to 3. Okay, so that is it for direct variation. Let's look at indirect variation now. So suppose we have they give us a table again. We have x and y, and we have 2, 12, and 6a, and b 2, and they tell us that y varies inversely to x. Right? If y varies inversely to x, what does that mean? It means that y is proportional to 1 over x. Once we see the word inverse, or its inverse variation, it's 1 over. So to get rid of the proportional sign, it will be y is equal to k over x. Right? And we're going to use the first piece of information to find k. So we know that when x is equal to 2, y is equal to 12. Right? So the equation is y is equal to k over x. Right? So therefore 12 is equal to k over 2. Right? 12 is the same as 12 over 1, and we can cross multiply here. So k by 1 will give me k, and 12 by 2 will give me 24. So therefore the equation is y is equal to 24 over x. Now we have to find for a. So when x is equal to 6, y is equal to a. The equation is y equal to 24 over x. So therefore a is equal to 24 over 6. Therefore a is equal to 4. Let's find for b now. We know that when x is equal to b, y is equal to 2. And we know the equation is y equal to 24 over x. So therefore 2 is equal to 24 over b. Cross multiply here. So 2b is equal to 24. Therefore b is equal to 24 over 2. So b is equal to 12. Right? So when we say inverse variation, it's 1 over the variable. Right? This one may give some students some trouble, so please review. Let's do one last one. We have a table again. We have x, we have y, we have 1, 2, 4a and b a half, right? And we say y varies inversely as x squared, right? What does that mean? It means that y is equal to, y is proportional to 1 over x squared. So therefore y is equal to k over x squared. Alright? Now this is usually the first step in all these variation questions. We need to write what a proportionality is and then replace the proportionality sign with a key. Right? So we know that when x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2. And we know that y is equal to k over x squared. So therefore 2 is equal to k over 1 squared. It's going to be written as 2 over 1, and we can cross multiply. So this will be k is equal to 2. So therefore the equation is y is equal to 2 over x squared. Right? Let's find for a now. So we have y is equal to 2 over x squared. And we know that when x is equal to 4, y was equal to e. Right? That's from this column here. So therefore a is equal to 2 over 4 squared. So therefore a is equal to 2 over 4 4 is 16. So therefore a is 1/8. Right, so we've solved for a. Now let's find for b using this information here now. So when x is equal to b, y is equal to a half. So we know that y was equal to 2 over x squared. So therefore a half so this will be 2 over x, which is b, so it's 2 over b squared. So we can cross multiply here. So 1 by b squared will give me b squared, 2 by 2 will give me 4. So therefore b is equal to the square root of 4. So therefore b is equal to 2. Right, so that is it for direct and indirect variation. You should practice these questions, right?